You take the lead, yeah?
Okay, take it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. You cannot see me, but you can see Sister Sarah. Alhamdulillah. Today's Thursday Thoughts. After a long time, both of us are together here. Du'as of Afi and Barakah for everybody. And we are very super excited about our upcoming conference, inshallah ta'ala. I hope and pray that you all have actually signed up for the conference today. Although we will be talking more about the conference, but we do have a topic in discussion as well. Um, and let's see how this pans out. Actually, you know what? I'm so sorry. I'm so like used to looking at my face while talking. I'm like, okay, what's
No, it's
happening
weird,
here?
isn't it?
Okay, so over to you. Have you been?
Alhamdulillah, I've been fine, thank you very much. How are you? How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah.
Um,
Alhamdulillah. I'm
just
good.
to let the audience know that normally we have a bit of time to talk to each other, but we didn't get that chance today.
Yeah.
So, as you all know, we've been super busy, crazily busy, sorting out the conference and making sure that everything is right and it's online and everything's there. And we've had a lot of sign-ups now, mashallah. And don't forget, you can get a free Muslim Moms planner and journal.
Alhamdulillah.
It's really, really lovely. Iram, you've seen it, right? It's
Yes. Yes.
so
Alhamdulillah.
so nicely done, mashallah. One of our brand new VAs on my parenting VA course. Sorry, I said parenting course. You can see how lack of sleep I am right now. See, I can't even talk properly. That's why I said, Iram, you take the lead today.
Yes. Yes. I will. I will. But I wanted you to talk about the conference first because that's something that you've been working around the clock for 24 hours. Our VAs have been working very hard for
Yeah.
making the posts and everything. And I hope everybody is looking at the pages in the Facebook group as well as on the Instagram. MashaAllah. Awesome work.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we have been working really, really hard around the clock. All the VAs, mashallah, all of them. Like, I can't believe how many of them volunteered, first of all, to help us. That was fantastic. And then they've been doing the landing pages, they've been doing the emails for me, they've been doing the content. So normally I am even more busy. Alhamdulillah, it's a little bit more relaxed this time. I don't know why I'm
Yes.
tired.
Yes. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. But
But alhamdulillah, it's been absolutely fantastic to have them all on board. And they've been coming up with some amazing work, some fantastic posters they've made. So anything that you see advertised in the conference is all made by them, mashallah. They're
Alhamdulillah.
all mums just like you guys, and they've all been to the conference, so they know how amazing it is. And one of the things that I keep laughing and chuckling to myself, for me and Asha and Iram, when we see them say, "We didn't know how much work was involved. We didn't know what you did." They say that. On the WhatsApp group, they're like, "Oh my God, you're right. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time." So we're just really glad that we're sharing this experience now. It's nice, isn't it, Iram, to share it with the other
Yes.
moms that we serve. It's been absolutely phenomenal to see their ideas and them shining and them, bringing their ideas in as well. Really, wasn't it? It was nice to have that those extra opinions on board. What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, mashallah, tabarakallah. In every form and way, I think finally, this is our third year. We started from 2020 December, and every day, every year, alhamdulillah, we get to learn something new. And this time, the VAs that joined us, mashallah, tabarakallah, and their input and the work that they've done and how we're connecting with other people. Alhamdulillah, it's been a good learning experience as well. No
Yes,
doubt about
definitely.
that.
I am actually trying at the same time to show you this video, but it hasn't been working for the last few minutes. So let me just download a PDF. That's the easiest way, I think, to show it to you. But as Iram said, we've been doing these conferences for a while now. We started in 2020 with a new sense of parenting, and mashallah, it's gone from strength to strength. Alhamdulillah. We've done quite a few conferences, and I really would like to show these to you if I can.
Yeah.
um, but inshallah.
While you're working, I can start with this topic, and once it starts working, then we can show them. Do we want to do
Yeah, just give me 1 second. It is
Yeah.
right here. I just can't remember what I saved it as. It should be here.
Yeah, In Sha Allah. Everybody who's joined us, Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope that everybody's doing well. I'll just ask you all here, like, have you joined the conference? Have you signed up?
Sign up now.
Sign up now. Alhamdulillah. There it is.
Got it.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So we started in 2020 with a new sense of parenting. We had some amazing coaches join us. We had Catherine, as you can see there, Catherine Jones. We had Zakia, Farah Halabi, Asma Mujahid, mashallah, all the other coaches you can see on there. And it was from 2020, mashallah, we've been doing this. Then we decided to do a father's one. Well, this was highly requested, wasn't it, Iram?
Yes, it was. It was.
The mums kept saying, we want one for fathers, we want one for fathers. So here we are. We did a fathers conference straight after that. And then the next year, following year, we did another amazing conference with, you can see some of the coaches there. There's Hina there, there's
Ariba, there's Mary Munir, Dr. Madiha, Jawaria, Hina Mukhtar, and
mashallah, and a cup of coffee. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, moving on. We then carried on with a Ramadan spiritual retreat, mashallah, with do you want to say the names of these? Because I don't want
to Catherine Jones, Mujaddadi, Hussein Mujaddadi, Mirha, Naila, Ustadha Naila, and Maliha, and I'm forgetting the name, but yeah.
Yeah, mashallah. And then we did this one last year. So last year we had Fatima Barakatullah, we had Lubna.
Lubna, yes.
Right now.
Yes, we had Lubna Mullah, we had Razia Hamidi, we had Dr. Rania Awad, and we had other coaches too, mashallah, tabarakallah.
Mashallah, we had loads of coaches on board, and this year, mashallah, we are going to come to you with Dr. Marwa Asar, Coach Fawzia Osman, Coach Timmy Mirza, Coach Mesa Fahur, Coach Khatija Al-Kadur, Dr. Madiha Saeed, Aisha, our own Iram, and myself. They've convinced me to do a session, even though I kept saying to them, it's okay, we want to hear from the experts. But they've all convinced me, mashallah, to do a session. So I will be on board right now. I didn't actually write my name on this one because there was no space. So don't worry.
I'm just looking at it. I'm like, yeah, she didn't write her name. Okay.
There was a post made with my name on it, but obviously because I was trying to download this because I wanted to show you guys, I chose the wrong picture, but it doesn't matter because inshallah, hopefully you all know my name. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be starting off on the Sunday. We have the itinerary post. They're all ready to share with you. They're going to be shared over the weekend. We are starting at 6 p.m. most of the day. So there's 3 days conference. So 24, 25, 26 December, In Sha Allah. I'm going to put the sign up link here in the YouTube chat right now, so that if anyone hasn't signed up and they would like to, you can immediately do that. It's also in the description. We're going to be starting at 6 o'clock, like I said, and then inshallah on the next day will be 24th, 25th, and 26th of December. The next day we'll have one a little bit earlier, and then we'll go back to 6 o'clock on the final day, inshallah. So you're going to have lots of coaches coming in. We also have private Zoom sessions after the conference, which we will be sharing in the VIP group. So there are some of you that have already joined the VIP group, and we do encourage you because you get 24 hours free access with the free version, and then with just for £7 you get a whole week of access, plus you get to come to extra Zoom meetings with me and Iram. And as some of you who have been in the Zoom meetings before, you know that you get to see another side of us and you get to see that raw edge that people don't really show on social media, right, Iram?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, and if you've got any questions, if you've got anything that you'd like to do, if there's any specific things that you'd like us to talk about, please do let us know, inshallah. we have decided to base this year's conference on the 6 C's, mashallah, that Iram has put into her book, that she's basically based the book on, mashallah. And today she's going to join us with the 6 C's to power up your parenting so that we can start so that we can start, inshallah, the conference on a bright note, right, Iram?
Yes.
I'll be putting the other links in for the conference as Iram is talking. So I'm going to hand it over to her now because, inshallah, like I said, we're absolutely excited to have you all on board. Remember to sign up over there, download your journal. It'll be in an email that comes to you. So download your journal and then make sure that you have your coffee or your tea ready with you when you come, because we're going to be there for a couple of hours. Okay, we tried to make it on the bank holiday so that there's no bother with the, babysitting. Your husband should be home, inshallah. I can't see your name, but I kind of guessed it was you, Yusra.
Assalamu Alaikum, Yusra.
Welcome, Yusra. So we're really happy to have everyone on board. We're really happy to see you guys here today, and inshallah, everyone that watches the replay, please do comment, like this, share it, tell everyone about it, because like we just said, we've spent a lot of time, energy and effort, and it would be such a shame if enough mums didn't see this. So make sure that they all tune in live, they all come live on the day and they watch the conference, because as last year, as the previous years, there have been some fantastic conversations that have been had, some amazing shares. And whenever you look around yourself and you see mums that are struggling, and Iram and I talk about this a lot between ourselves, but and with the other mums that we've had in the inner tribe and in supported and so on, and they seem to be struggling, but no one really teaches them how to move on from that struggle and how to move forward. And some of the mums that I've spoken to in real life have said, I'd love to watch your conference, but I'm just too busy, right? Okay, so I kind of want to just point out that I get that people are busy. Of course, everyone is busy, right? But what we're trying to do is show you, and we started with the first conference, was a new sense of parenting, right? So we were trying to show you all the different ways that you can parent, that you don't have to be constantly watching your kid all the time, which a lot of people at the moment think that they have to do. And you don't have to, worry that your kids have stopped you from having a wonderful life that you were supposed to have. Okay, so what we're trying to do is give you those strategies so that you can put all of your these strategies into place sort of immediately. It's like a plan for you so that you don't feel that overwhelmed, so you don't feel like you're too busy to do this. Because inshallah, with the plan that we give you, with the basically it's like a blueprint, isn't it? It's like a navigation system that we're helping you to download into you over the next 3 or 4 days, and we're trying to help you so that you don't have to worry about this, so you can be like, oh yeah, I'm sorted, my mind's clear, my focus is on this week, this is what my focus is this week, this is what the kids are doing, this is what my husband's doing, everyone's on track. And then that way you won't feel that overwhelm, you won't feel too busy to do things, because everything will have its own time, space and energy within what you're doing. And the 6 C's, mashallah, to power up your parenting are based on all of that, right? On collaboration, on connection, on cultivating that lovely relationship with your children, yeah? On being compassionate with each other, compassionate with your children, compassionate with each other. Yes, there are working mums, there are stay-at-home mums, people that breastfeed, people that bottle feed, and all of the mums groups are full of this, shall I do it like this, shall I do it like that? Wouldn't it be lovely if you could say to them, hey guys, you know what, I found the solution, watch this program, it's absolutely amazing. All the mums on there have been there. We have been you. I have cried at night with my child that wasn't sleeping. I'm sure, Iram, you have too, right? We've done it with you. Like, we've gone through this. We've struggled with a teenager that wouldn't seem to be listening to what we're doing. We've struggled with that baby that didn't seem to sleep. We've struggled with toddlers that seem to be spoiled. And what we want to do is help you, because no one helped us. And I'm getting tears in my eyes. Sorry about that. No one helped us. No one taught us this, and that's why we decided to teach you. Yeah, and that's what the whole point of this conference is. No one taught me this. No one taught Iram this, and until Iram came along, no one taught me this. She taught me some of it, mashallah. You did, you did, you know you did. Okay. And the whole idea is that we don't have to worry anymore. We don't have to be like, oh my God, what are you supposed to do then? What are you supposed to do then? All of these answers, inshallah, you will find at that time in the conference. And if you have questions, like we said, you can ask them here right now in the YouTube. You can ask them on our WhatsApp group. You can email us, and you can ask on the day in the conference. You can also join the VIP WhatsApp group, which means that your questions are going to get boosted right to the top. Okay. Jazakallah khair, everyone, for listening. Please do join us at the conference. And I'm going to hand it over to Iram, because I know you came to see her and not me today.
No, alhamdulillah. It's actually, there are more people listening to you as compared to my life.
No, they're not. Alhamdulillah. We're just so glad to have everyone here. And like I said, because it's the holidays, we decided that it was going to be a good time for you to be here, to be live, so that no one has to miss it. There's no work, right?
Yes.
So we can all do this together. And we want to create that community that we would have wanted when we were mums. Right, Iram?
Absolutely, absolutely. And in our tribe conversations, Sarah, I would like like you to talk about the inner and supportive tribe as well, as you talked about that in the email. So just highlight that as well, so that people understand the value of that.
Yes, absolutely. So in Supported, what we do is you come in, you join the WhatsApp group, and you come in with any of your issues that you're struggling with at the moment. And then we, the coaches, are in Supported. All of the coaches are in Supported. There's a few in the free group, but most of the coaches are in Supported. And we can give you kind of targeted advice for your particular situation at that time that you needed. So this year, mashallah, we've helped a mum deal with her teenager who seemed to be like really stroppy and not listening to her. I'm talking like just recently in the last month or two, we've talked to a mum who had an older daughter who seemed to always, find arguments with her mother and not be able to kind of relate to her on some level. We've helped mums to, we've even talked about household routines, haven't we? And just how to like fix all of that so that you can then be free to do other things. So we've talked about a lot of different ideas and different issues within parenting and within normal general life as well. And that's what supported means. We are supporting you to live the life that you dream of, to get that chaotic home into a calm home, inshallah. And that's what we wanted to do with Supported. You can join, inshallah. I'll give you the links, inshallah, in a couple of minutes. Let Iram start talking and I'll put the links in, inshallah. And basically, in Supported, like I said, every month or 2 months, we've been having a course, haven't we, Iram, where we've done like how to stop yelling, how to communicate better, how to become an angel magnet, which was absolutely amazing by Sister Amina. So we've had loads of sisters come in and do some courses. We've got the main team this year, and we've got even more coaches from outside that are coming in this year to help us with other issues that we all struggle with and find difficult. And then with the inner tribe, Coach Iram, mashallah, you take us through a whole coaching program, mashallah, where we talk about our struggles, our challenges, what we find easy, what we find hard. And what we found was that by the end of the year of the mums that are in the inner tribe, they were actually coaching each other, which was so amazing to see. So normally it would be Iram and I, or Iram and Asha, or Asha and myself, who would be there with them, talking to them about different issues, and we would be giving our perspective. But as time went on, the mums started sharing and the other mums were given advice, which was absolutely amazing to see. It was like empowering them, and then when they knew what to do, it just became like it was like a lightning moment, wasn't it, Iram? Like it was like they just found that. And then they found that inner peace, and that's what we were searching for. So subhanallah, we've promoted them this year, haven't we, to soul searchers.
Yeah. Inshallah ta'ala,
So
yes.
these guys are literally going to be doing surgery on their soul, and they're
Yeah.
going to be they're going to be training to becoming coaches themselves, inshallah. And that's what we wanted. We wanted so many women around to be able to give that good quality, high quality advice. Because if you go onto any Facebook group, any mum's group, mum's net, baby center, whatever you've got, right? People will come on and say, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? This is what happened. How can we fix this? And so on. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of bad advice out there. And I don't mean bad as in it's just, rubbish advice. It's bad advice in terms of it's not going to help that person grow. And what you want to do is you always want to be the person that helps somebody else grow and go on to the next level. I was just reading something today, which was an example of growth is when someone writes something to you on WhatsApp or on Facebook or whatever, and you have the strength to just go, okay. Yeah. Whereas people think that arguing or discussing or giving their opinion means more, right? Okay. If you just go, okay, that's fine, right? That's a sign of growth. That's showing that you're being mature and rising above these things. And you will see this everywhere. You will see mom saying, oh no, don't have a C-section. Just don't do it. Don't ever. How can you say to someone, don't have a C-section and put them in that stress mode when if it's a C-section that they have to have, that emergency C-section, whatever it is, even if it's scheduled, if that's their best advice from the doctor, who are you to say, no, don't do that? Yeah. So what we're trying to do is, yes, if you have to have something that you weren't planning on, let's deal with it rather than having, stress about it beforehand, stress about it while you're having the surgery, stress about it afterwards, right? Why not embrace the change and make that your mission to embrace the change and then let it make you flourish? So you literally take those changes and you help them to make you grow. And inshallah, that's what we want to do. We want to do that with the parenting tribe. We want to do that with all of you. We want to do that for ourselves because we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. What we're trying to do is support each other and work together. So you could join supported, or you could join the inner tribe, or you can even join the soul searchers. But with the soul searchers, you have to apply because we need a certain level of person at that moment. Yeah. Because they need to
Absolutely.
before they get into soul searchers. But if you want to join inner tribe, you can get into soul searchers very easily because we'll do all the work in inner tribe. Is that okay, Erin?
Definitely. And in today's email, you said that we are giving 5 free places on supported group and 3 free places on the inner tribe coaching. How do they win that? By following us on Instagram and tag your 3 friends, inshallah ta'ala. When will we announce the winners, Sarah?
We will announce the winners on the 3rd day of the conference, inshallah.
Inshallah. On the 26th. Yep.
Yeah, on my module.
Yes, inshallah ta'ala. Definitely.
Okay, I'm going to put the Instagram link right there because I've got it right here. So follow us on Instagram and then tag 3 friends with a chance so that you'll be in with a chance to win a place that's supported or the inner tribe, inshallah. It's lovely, lovely, lovely to talk to all of you. And I know that you're all waiting for Iram to share with us the secrets of the 6 C's to power up your parenting, inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah. Jazakallahu khair, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Jazakallah
Alhamdulillah.
khair.
Are you signing out? Yep.
I'll stay here, but I'm going to get off screen.
Okay. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, all that information, mashallah, tabarakallah, super excited. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in the work and in your time, in the audience's time who are going to schedule their time to come up and learn something. Learning is a part of growth. If you are even making an intention that, yes, inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to try my best to attend or listen to during the 24-hour free or get into the VIP, which is extremely affordable, alhamdulillah, then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your time, bless your wisdom with hikmah, and may you be able to do the best you can towards yourself and your family. Ameen sum ameen. Okay. So coming to the C's, and very quickly, I'd like to just touch up upon them, and so that we can, inshallah ta'ala, learn something new or just revise something and then go forward. So the first C is the first C is always compassion. Compassion with yourself compassion, with your children compassion, and your parenting. And the points that I would like to give today is that compassion comes from mercy, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It is raham, it is being merciful. Being merciful towards who? Being merciful first towards yourself, being forgiving, being caring, being kind. And what does compassion and parenting look like? The 10 points would be understanding and empathy. It involves understanding and empathizing with yourself and your child's feelings and experiences. Example, instead of dismissing a child's fear, acknowledging them and offering comfort. For example, oh, I'm scared at night, I don't want to sleep. And we are so attuned to this idea that they're doing this because they don't want to sleep, because they have a FOMO, they want to just be awake, which is very, very true. I'm not saying that the parent is unable to understand their child. No, I don't believe that the parent is unable to understand their child. I just believe that the parents own emotions are way more stronger, and their urges are way more stronger, because you're a being, I'm a being. What I am feeling is way more stronger than what I have to create for somebody else, which is empathy, which is an understanding, which is like I have to say to myself, I practically have to say to myself this: okay, let me hear him out. Let me hear her out. You know what? I know this is nonsensical, but this is my kid. Really, something must be up with them. I have to be curious about this, right? That in itself is compassion and empathy that a parent creates. That sacrifice that people talk about, the parent is about a lot of sacrifice. That sacrifice, if we turn that term sacrifice, because sacrifice sometimes aggravates us, or sacrifice makes us feel as if we have to put ourselves behind somebody else. But if we make it sound like it's, if we actually understand, not make it sound, it's not something like faking, it's like if we really realize that it is compassion that we're showing towards ourselves and our children, then alhamdulillah. They're right. Recently I met two parents, and both of them, of course, different places, different times, different child age group, but they both said the same thing. They said, how do how do I know what I'm doing is okay? How do I know that what I'm doing is going to work? When do I see the results? How do I know? How do I know? And one of the parents, she said, you know what? I need to take care of myself too. I cannot continue with these enraging comments and attitudes that my child is giving me. She's a teenager, her child is a teenager, and I really get very upset. And I'm a human being too, and I deserve respect and kind words too. And this is not what I want. And she was saying exactly what she was feeling. She wasn't lying. She was really distressed, and she wanted somebody to tell her that that your daughter will turn towards you, and she will love you, she will care about you. These are her mood swings, this will pass, this is a tough time that she's going through. Now, when somebody is in the storm, and when somebody is outside of the storm trying to give reassurance to the person in the storm, you can just imagine you are being pulled by the storm. You don't know if you're going to survive this. You're having deep anxiety, and somebody on the outside is saying, trust me, this will pass. Trust me, this will pass. It's sometimes not enough. It's sometimes not enough to just hear from a coach, or from a therapist, or from your best friend, or from your sister or brother that trust me, this shall pass. Sometimes the answer back is, well, you do not have those kids, so you don't know. Oh, well, you never went through it, so you don't know. Oh, you don't even have children, how can you know? And a person would say, well, I was that kind of a kid, and I know what pain I'm causing, or what pain you're feeling, but this will pass. Where do we create the compassion in all of these conversations? The compassion in this is that, Allah, help me, guide me. I really don't know. I'm trying my best, but Ya Allah, give me the serenity, the patience, the tawakkul in you, so that I can go through this. Ya Allah, the turner of hearts, turn our hearts towards each other, turn our hearts towards taqwa, so that we can go through this. That is the first thing that we are supposed to do. And sometimes while making those du'as, we start to realize that our du'as start to change. We start to realize that our mind starts to open. We start to realize that our perspective starts to shift. That is compassion. That is compassion towards yourself. I 100% agree with that woman's plight when she says, I need respect, I need care, I cannot keep doing this, I need to set a boundary, or even if my boundaries are being not respected, I just need to step out, I can't do this. Now that vulnerability is also compassion. When you understand and realize you just can't continue to do this, what do you do then? Do you just let the child be? Majority of the times when it's teens, when they can take care of themselves, they can bathe themselves, they can eat for themselves, they can actually sometimes drive to, you really need to step back. How do I do that? You need to understand that it's a whole grown human being, and you cannot control neither their temperaments nor your idea. You cannot like make them understand how you want to see them. You know, this i find it I find it very difficult, because I'm a parent myself, and I get hurt very easily when one of my kids would just snap back at me. But I also realize that I snap at them too. And it's okay. It's okay, as long as we understand and we come back to saying, you know what I said then, that was not okay. I was feeling this, and probably it just lashed out on you. It was a bad timing. I'm sorry, I apologize. As long as we are observant, and we verbally and we emotionally recognize the shortcoming in those moments, that is what helps with the connection part of it. That is what helps with the connecting or cultivating the emotional resilience of it. Number two is non-judgmental listening. Practice active and non-judgmental listening to create open spaces. Example is allowing your child to share their thoughts without immediately offering solutions or criticism. This one is absolutely difficult, because we are so wired into telling them how it is and how it should be, rather than listening and giving them the space. The compassion in here, in this cultivating emotional resilience, is give the other person the space. If I am feeling the urge, like, "Ugh, I need to tell them, oh my God, I really, why can't you see?" That is coming from ego. That is absolutely coming from ego. That is not coming from compassion. That is not coming from cultivating emotional resilience. That is not coming from collaboration. That's not coming from connection. It's neither of the C's. So you have to stop and say, okay, you know what? What is the best that I can do? Why am I irritated? Is it the words that they're saying is bothering me? Is it something else before that was happening that's bothering me? Is it because somebody did not allow me to do something, or did not allow my space, and now I'm just irritated, and now I have to give them as well? One of the things that I would like to share is, like, in recent times I was thinking that we get fed up of giving. I get fed up of giving. Like, giving what? Giving your sanity, giving your good manners, giving your compassion, giving your giving up your ego, giving your time and space, giving your ear, giving your heart, giving giving your everything. And it's so much of give that we don't say that we don't want to give, but we start disconnecting, we start shutting down, we start feeling that this is burning us, but and we still don't know how to say that. We still don't know how to say that, because how can I not give? I'm the mother, I'm the parent, how can I not give? You cannot give because you don't feel energized, you're running on low battery. You cannot give because you just feel irritated. You cannot give because you're done with the stupid and in our heads some demands are really really stupid, like, can you please do this for me? No, I can't. You're grown up enough, you can do it for yourself, go ahead. Yesterday and it was very funny. Yeah, yesterday or day before yesterday, my son, he was in his bedroom. I'm right outside, I'm watching TV, and he calls me, says, Mama. I said, yes. Can you please come here? I'm like, yeah. And I instantly knew that this is going to be something extremely trivial. And he says, and he's in the bed, and he's like, can you please close the light? And I'm like, yeah, yes, I can. But I did laugh, and I did say, you donkey. He's like, yeah, no, of course I gave him some remarks. But he knew that I was kidding. But I was okay. I was in a very calm place to be able to give that kind of courtesy, to do that. It was his way of trying to see my face before he goes to sleep, because I know his love language. I knew that he wanted me to come to him, give him a kiss, give him a pep, give him a hug, and that was the only way. He's too manly now to say, "Oh, can I have a hug? Can I have a kiss?" Because mashallah, he's a teen now, right? He's going to be an adult. He's basically an adult, but alhamdulillah. And so if you're attuned with why you're giving, and if you're not irritated when your nervous system is not highly dysregulated, giving becomes much more easier, connecting becomes much more easier. So what I'm trying to say here is, take a step back, breathe, do something that will calm you down if you start feeling that you cannot give anymore, right? If you start to become judgmental, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why are my words becoming so piercing? Why is this so difficult for me to digest? Validation of emotions. Example, it's understandable that you're upset. Let's talk about it. Why you're feeling this way. Okay, so there are two types of children. The teens, there are two types of teens. One will be, yeah, sure, let's talk about it. Majority of them will be, I don't want to talk about it. They will say, I don't want to talk about it. Then after 5 minutes, they will start talking about it. That's one category. And then there's one category, they will say, I don't want to talk about it. Then they will sulk about it. Then they will calm down. Then they will come back to their routine. If you ask them again, do you want to talk about it? They will say, no, I'm over it. It's done. It's finished. Okay, fine. And they will never talk about it. And it is okay. It is really okay. I know some mothers, they are like, they could be the best CIA, FBI, MI6 agents, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you can find something, hire a mother and they will find it for you, especially if it's their child. But we're not detectives. And seriously, the more important part is that they know that we're there and that we're open to hearing. What have I heard from my children is, Mama, you were there, you listen, but then, you have your own ideas about stuff and I don't like it. And I'm like, what? I'm a human being. I'm supposed to say something. They're like, yeah, we know, but we don't want to hear what you want to say. I'm like, that's hurtful. Ouch. But at least they're being honest and saying, you know what? Even if the problem was there, even if we've solved it our own way, we just wanted to let it be. And that is okay. That is okay. What has that done? What happens is that the next time or the next time after it, when they start finding us to be their safe space where we are quiet the whole time and they're talking the whole time, they feel as if they're not judged. They feel as if nobody's giving them solution. They feel more capable of solving their own problem. Hardly, okay, anybody here who has teens, can you tell me that hardly has there been any teen in the world who says, oh wow, you gave me that solution and it was super fantastic and I'm just like so grateful, Ma, that you gave me that solution. At least I have to find one. I don't have those in my house, so I I don't know if you have that kind of a person, but usually they do take your advice, but saying it out loud or being very grateful seldom comes. So that's okay. As long as you can see that you're a safe space for your child. Teaching empathy is discussing situations where empathy is crucial and highlighting and its positive impact. Well, again, situation to situation. And all of this is under the heading of compassion. It's encouraging self-compassion. This is the most important one. It's okay to make mistakes. What matters is how we grow from them. Promoting positive self-image. Alhamdulillah, you're the best the way you are. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted you with this. Alhamdulillah, I like this about you. Mashallah, tabarakallah, this is something that I've really admired about you. I've seen that you're growing in this, and mashallah, you're doing well in this. Those are the promoting the positive self-images, creating a supportive environment, being approachable and open to discussions about any challenges and concerns. One of the things about this part in compassionate parenting is that being approachable. Okay, approachable means that they can come to you, but also I've seen this that many times children, teens specifically, are more open to discussing things with their siblings, with their cousins, older cousins, with their uncles and aunts, and it's easier for them to discuss something. So being approachable also to those other messengers who will not be scared to say, you know what, your son or your daughter is going through this. This is what they told me, and this is something that we need to look into. And you're like, okay, alhamdulillah, at least they had a safe adult in their life who they can discuss things with. That does not mean that I am not a good parent. That just means that they needed another sounding board. For example, one of the best examples that I can give is of my son. When I am like I'm here from you, I'm here for you. You can discuss anything with me, and etc. etc. And he's like, no, thank you, not you. Anybody else, but not you. And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, because then you will think things about me. I said, I already think a lot of things about you. You just telling me that you're not going to come to me, but you're going to go to somebody else is making me think a lot of things about you. And he's like, I don't care. But there are some things, Ma, that I would just like not discuss with you. And I'm like, things like what? And then he teases me things like about Layla. And I'm like, who's Layla? And he's like, Ma, she doesn't exist, but you just need to understand there are things that I would not come to you with. And I'm like, okay, fine. Alhamdulillah. And I said, so how can I comfort you? How will I be able to? He says, when I come to you and I hug you, when I put my head in your lap, when I say, come sit next to me, that means you're doing more than enough for me. That gives me comfort. So in this relationship, in this conversation, what am I hearing? I'm hearing that physically I feel more comfortable when we are in close proximity. I won't be talking much more, but your physical proximity means a lot to me. Now, he's a guy, so that's okay. So this is from coming from a boy's perspective. We all know men don't talk that much. They're not wired like that. Okay, fine. Sometimes they do when they really have to, then you have to listen. But when they don't want to, that is what they're really wanting. They want to be nurtured, they want to be touched, they want to be fed nicely, they want to be tucked into the bed, all of that. They need that feminine nurturing, whether it's from a wife or whether it's from their mother or whether it's from their sister. Girls, on the other hand, they will start talking and they will talk the whole 9 years, and then they will add other stuff to it, and then you will get confused and you will say, oh, is this related to that? No, of course, that is done. That is done, Ma. I'm talking about something else. Aren't you paying attention to me? And you will, no, no, I'm paying attention, I'm just following up, I was just like making sure. Okay, okay, okay. And so both the boys and the girls, they connect separate in different ways, and you have to give them a supporting environment in different ways. Okay, alhamdulillah. I will just very quickly just cover the resilience part. How do you model resilience to your children? How do you cultivate modeling resilience? You share stories about how you overcome difficulties and emphasize the importance of perseverance. And okay, I'm giving you an example and then I'm giving you a real life example. So the general idea is you share your own stories. When I share my own stories, some of the times they're like, wow, and some of the times like, yeah, it's you because it's your personality. I'm not like you, so I don't know, I cannot handle this, or I don't know, I won't do it like that how you handle it. And that's okay. That is again okay, because that is the openness of sharing how they are seeing us. And majority of the times, all of the children, I actually would say, that is you, that is your personality, I am not like you. Ask any teen who would say, oh Ma, I'm just exactly like you, how lovely. You won't find a single child saying that, at least not in teen years. Later maybe when they're self-evaluating themselves, they will say, I got this from my dad and I got this from my mom or something. But when they're in the storm, hardly would they ever acknowledge. But khair, inshallah ta'ala, that's okay. That's okay. That is also being resilient. Instead of saying I can't do this, encourage them to say I'll try my best. This is us. Like, for example, Ma, can you do this for me? And I'm in the middle of something and I'm like, right now I can't, but inshallah I'll find time to. If I don't find time to, can I tell you that? Will you be okay with it? And they have to understand to learn rejection, because not everybody is going to be a yes man or a yes woman to them, and that is a wrong expectation. Teaching them problem solving skills, like working together to find practical solutions to everyday issues. With younger children, you can ask them, okay, you tell me, how do you think we can solve this? With older children, you can ask them, okay, what ideas do you have about this? And adult children who are living their lives, who want relationship advice, you can say, what other perspective can you come about this, right? What happens is, where do we get stuck is we want to save our child from getting hurt, not from making a mistake, but from getting hurt. And so we just start pushing them towards, I'm telling you, do this, I'm telling you, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do this? And that hurts them more, that closes up the conversation, that closes up the connection, and it really does not help. Developing coping strategies. This is the most important one. If you have younger children or if you have older children, you need to know how to develop the coping strategies, how to become mentally strong. For example, we never teach our children breathing exercises. Small 3-year, 4-year old, we need to start telling them how to, because it's the 3-year old, 4-year old, 5-year old, 6-year old who's having a tantrum and who are not sharing with their siblings, who are hitting their siblings, who are giving snarky remarks to each other, who are bullying starts at that age. Have you ever been in a pre-K or a kindergarten classroom? Man, they are brutal. Okay. And and it starts from there. And how do you tell them that, listen, if you're feeling angry, what are the things that you need to be mindful of? Then what breathing exercises you can do to calm yourself down? We as adults, for the longest time, I did not know how to self regulate myself. The only way that I would self regulate was either I would like really trash talk to myself, or I would hit, or I would yell up until the point where my throat would give up, where my chest would be like filled with air, and I just couldn't utter another word until I felt so exhausted that anger would exhaust me so much. Then I would calm down. But by that time, what have I done? I've created a mess of emotions with myself, with my children, with my spouse, in the whole house environment, and the whole evening or the whole rest of the day goes like as if somebody died, right? That's not self-regulation. Self-regulation is the minute you understand that something is happening where you're feeling an enraging emotion, you stop, you step back, you start to calm down. It will not happen overnight. It will not happen just because somebody is listening to this for the first time. It will not happen because you're listening to this for the 100th time. It will happen because you're practicing it. Just like how salah becomes a habit, breathing, controlling, self-soothing needs to become a habit. Now, the thing about salah is it's 5 times daily until we die, inshallah ta'ala, right? The thing about self-soothing is we're not, and alhamdulillah that we're not in chaotic modes or in chaotic activities all the time. Once in a month, maybe twice in a month for women during their cycle, before or after or within. Those are the most important 7 days where she really needs to know how to self-regulate herself, where she really needs to know how to command her breathing, where she really needs to know how to step out of her emotions and say, you know what, I cannot do this, let me just take a break. That's the time, right? Having realistic expectations. The first one, the coping strategy, is directly related to having realistic expectations. Emphasize the importance of learning from experiences even when things don't go as planned. Now that is called tawakkul. That is sincerely called tawakkul. Tawakkul is something that Muslims are learning from the Palestinians, from the Palestinian people right now. So I'm not going to say much about it, but that's tawakkul. If we don't know what tawakkul is, we need to look at their situation and see how they are dealing with it. Examples of building healthy habits. They learn from what they see, not from what they hear. They learn from what they see, from what they hear, and practicing guidance. Inshallah ta'ala, it's become a long live, and I want to wrap it up. So alhamdulillah, I hope some of these points are going to help us. Some of these points are, they're not new. I never say that I'm saying something new. I always say these are reminders for myself and for everybody listening. And we never know who needs to hear what at what point. And I always make dua, ya Allah, make us a source of saying the right thing to the person who is hearing, so that it gives their heart solace. Like Sarah said before, like, we're here because we're going through the same. We're in the same storm, and we're holding hands with each other, and we're making dua with each other, and we're trying to bring some sort of sanity and calm to each other, because this is life. Life is test. Parenting is a test. When we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the gift of children, we are asking for a lifelong test. And we say, Allah, ease our test for us. I mean, inshallah ta'ala, see you all on the 24th, 25th, and 26th, starting at UK time 6 p.m. We have a fantastic lineup, inshallah ta'ala. I'm going to add this one more time. You can see we have Dr. Marwa. She works as a psychologist in NYU, right? And we have Sister Farida, mashallah tabarakallah. She has built her own platform for parents and children, a nation, Muslim nation builders. We have Coach Timmy. She helps women convert their passion into their business, how to become financially independent, how to have those skills that help you further in whatever type of online business that you're doing. We have Coach Maisa, mashallah tabarakallah. She talks about parenting, she talks about connection. We have Coach Khatija. She's been having a long running program helping mothers in their emotional resilience, and her topic will be about how to make your child a resilient, thriving child no matter what. And then we have, mashallah tabarakallah, Coach Dr. Madiha. Dr. Madiha has had 4 books or 5 books, mashallah, all about nutrition, all about healthy body, healthy mind, how to build a healthy eating habit within your children. What are the types of foods that you should avoid? What are the types of foods that you should be using, and why, and etc. and etc. Mashallah tabarakallah, she's brilliant. We have our own Coach Aisha, mashallah tabarakallah, and she will be talking about how to co-parent when we are separated from our spouses, when a parent is basically a single parent, and what to do about it. Another extremely important topic, inshallah ta'ala. So, and I will be talking about the 6 C's again, of course, in detail with more tips. Inshallah ta'ala, bi'iznillah, Sister Sarah will be talking about the mayhem, how to calm down from, right? Sister Sarah, if you could add your voice. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, subhanallah, sorry. Yes, exactly. We'll be talking about how to take yourself from overwhelmed to cool, calm, and collected, to take yourself from madness and mayhem to, by the way, do you know that we're using the same letters each time? So we've got these words. What was the word I said yesterday? I love that title, but I can't find it right now. Can you see it, Aaron?
No. I don't know what.
Just give me 1 second, you guys. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to help you in different ways, because we have noticed during the year when we talk to different moms, they say that they need help because, you know, maybe they're coping with a single income family, right? They might need help because they're living with their in-laws. They might need help because their child might have some special needs like ADHD. There are quite a lot of children come, or quite a lot of parents come to us because their children are suffering from such a thing. Some moms come to us and say, I want to work online like you guys. How do you guys work online? Some mom comes and they say, can you help me to homeschool my children? So obviously, with all of these different requests, we try to help you in the best way that we can, right? Last year, someone said, how do you take your kids on holiday? How is it that you can take all of your children on holiday and not feel stressed and need another holiday afterwards, right? So we did a whole guide on taking your children on holiday. So these are the requests that are coming in, and we're trying to help you in all of your different situations, inshallah. So I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to deal with all of those different stresses, and inshallah stay cool, calm, and collected. Is that okay?
Yeah. So Jazakallah khair. Inshallah ta'ala, we're going to wrap this up. And Jazakallah khair, everybody, for being on the live, from learning, listening. And I would actually put this on my stories as well, today's live, because I want everybody to at least listen to the first 21 minutes about the conference. Inshallah ta'ala, bi'iznillah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just wanted to add some reviews from the last few conferences, just for people that are brand new to us. So obviously everyone has absolutely loved them. I've just put a few reviews. To be honest, if I put all of them, I'm going to be there all day. I was searching for them before I came on, but inshallah, I'll add more reviews as time goes on. And if you did come to our previous conferences, bring your friends, bring your family, bring your sister-in-laws. When I'm sure that all of us sometimes have this situation where we see someone really struggling with a child, and we see, like, you know, that parent could do with a bit of help. So just pop over to them, just start talking to them and say, hey guys, you know what, there's this conference coming on. I see it all the time, and I just wondered if you were interested. MashaAllah, Sister Hussein is fantastic at doing that, isn't she, Aram?
Absolutely, absolutely. Alhamdulillah. The support, the inner tribe people, mashallah, tabarakallah.
They're fantastic. Anjum, Asena, we just want to give you all a shout out because what they do is they share what they've learned with us, with other people. And that's what we would love. Like, if you learn something from us and you go out there and you go, hey, you know what? I just learned about this. And then it gives that other person solace and comfort, exactly what Erin was talking about. So just share that with each other. They don't have to watch the conference, they don't have to sign up if they don't want to. But sharing all of these tips and strategies would make us a very strong ummah, inshallah. And that's what we want, right?
Absolutely. Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everybody with afiyah, sakina, whatever hard times anybody is going through emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, in their relationships. Ya Allah, ease everything for them and bring them peace and serenity. Ya Allah, allow us to be people of kindness, compassion. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Ya Allah, grant us wisdom. Ya Hakim. Ya Allah, grant us to be people of taqwa. Ameen. Ya Allah, ease our difficulties, remove from us the obstacles that obstruct our vision, our Jannah inspiring visions. Ya Allah, help us become the kind of excellent human beings that would please you, that you would be pleased with. Ameen. Bless us with happy families, with good health, with and allow us to see our children flourish in good health and good iman and do brilliant things in their lives. Ameen. Ya Allah, accept all the efforts from us. Ameen. Jazakallahu khair, everybody. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.